Hey guys, and welcome back to ScarletSprites. Well, today I came across a marketing post on my Instagram feed, an Arcade1Up post. Now, for the most part, I've kind of ignored these. I mean, I get what they are, but the whole sizing thing is really just a hang-up for me. And I get it. A lot of you have expressed your opinions on how the whole sizing thing works for you and your room size, your layout, your kids, etc. And then in contrast, it just doesn't work for me. My OCD just isn't going to allow me to sit one of these next to something like my Midway sports station where it's going to get dwarfed. I've been a little bit of a purist as far as arcades go, and that's just a different philosophy because to me, there's just something almost romantic about original hardware. The boards, their chips, CRTs, even the glow of the coin lights and small nuanced stuff like that just really gets me right in the heart. So for games and companies that I really have a lot of love for, I'm going to go about that in my own way. I just am. It's a passion that is also part sickness, and I'm going to live and die on that hill. And that brings me back to the Arcade1Up ad, the black cocktail table. I really like this. I like the aesthetics, and I love the black theme on it. It looks really, really sharp. This looks more in line with the black tops of the originals as opposed to the yellow themed one being sold at Walmart. This is a really nice design scheme by Arcade1Up, and I wanted to give some credit here where credit was due. Now, I don't currently own an authentic cocktail table, and this is something that I think would be really cool to have in my space whenever I am actually able to finish it off, that is. Because the cocktail table is its own form factor, I don't think it would necessarily look out of place amongst my other machines. And it's also something that's at least partly functional, and by that I mean you can put chairs or stools here and organically create seating in a game room, and I really dig that idea. Pac-Man is also the ideal type of game for me to go with an Arcade1Up on. Like I mentioned earlier, the Neo Geo stuff, my Sega and Konami games, I really have a lot of nostalgia for that stuff, and I want that genuine experience. The Pac-Mans are no doubt classic, and I'm trying to think of how to accurately phrase this without sounding harsh, but I like them, and I acknowledge their place in history, but they aren't the games I absolutely adore and must have that authentic experience for. It's kind of like the Beatles in music. I recognize their place in history, but I don't necessarily love their music. I hope that kind of makes sense. In other words, I'm good with official emulation for something that I'm not overly invested in from a mood or nostalgia standpoint. So yeah, this is the first Arcade1Up machine I'd say that I'm genuinely interested in. It's the right games for me. The cabinet looks slick and modern. I much prefer it to that yellow top. But then there's that $500 price tag, and ouch, I think that's probably the only barrier here for me at this stage. I know they need to make a profit on these and they're officially licensed, but boy, can I do some serious damage in the arcade hobby with $500 and a little bit of patience. I also found an Arcade1Up Space Invaders for 75 bucks, no tax, in Delaware this past weekend. And that kind of price swing makes me a little gun shy about spending retail on this. So that's it for today, guys. Just some thoughts on the black themed Arcade1Up cocktail tables. What do you guys think about these? Do you like the black or the original yellow on the Pac-Man better? And what other tables would you like to see them make? I think I'd have a very hard time turning down a Tron table. Definitely taking me back to my Pizza Hut days and redeeming those Book It certificates, if you guys remember that. Anyways, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you all next time. Later, guys.